Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Brannon Beliso here. It is Wednesday here in Youre, California. How's everybody doing today? How you doing? We have people already coming in for It's Time Live with me, Brannon Beliso, my special guest, Some On, presented by Rainmaker Membership Systems and Vision USA. And I'm just excited. I'm grateful. I love sharing my message. I love communicating that there's a new way to do business, and that new way is service. It really is. For many years, martial arts school owners in San Francisco ran businesses without. Hey, Ken, Billy, what's happening? Chris, JD, David, Andrew, man, everybody's coming on really fast. Daniel, sir, Chris Malloy, all the way from Australia. So I'm just talking about, while everyone's coming on. Thank you, sir. Thank you, JD, sir. Thank you, sir. Hey, Andrew, sir. Hello again, sir. So my advice to the small school owner, what do I have to say about that? I mean, there's so much advice in the industry. There really is. And everybody's ready to give you their 2 cents. Randy Reed, Mike Oliver, what's happening, sir? We're just ramping up. I already have people coming in from Germany for It's Time. They're coming from Geneva. They're coming from Canada. They're coming from Virginia. They're coming from Texas. A couple people walked in today from Texas. So it's going to be amazing. Charles Dudley, sir, also from Texas. So my advice to small school owners, there's just so much advice out there, you guys. So much advice. So much advice. I mean, so much advice, right? It's really, really important that, in the words of the great comedian Cat Williams, that you are in tune with your star player. Know thyself. Spend a lot of time on self-discovery. There's no question who I am in the martial arts industry, what I stand for, what I'm about. Hey, Daniel, all the way from Vermont representing. Who I stand for, what I stand for, and what I'm about. I stand for you, the small school owner. That's what I'm about. I'm about the 90% of our industry that is that small school owner that makes up our industry, doing everything I can to educate you, to give you the right content, the right information, to be profitable. To be profitable, you should be very profitable doing what you love. You should be able to own a home. You should be able to save for college. You should be able to save for retirement. You should be able to go on those vacations. You should be able to teach when you want to teach versus having no freedom to teach. You should be able to do all those things. But you cannot do that unless you are a sustainable, growth-oriented business. You feel me? America was built upon the small school owner. I am dedicated to the small school owner. My challenge that I see repeatedly in our industry is we as small school owners do not spend enough time knowing who we are. We love martial arts, so we might inherit or buy a school from our instructor. Or on a whim, we start teaching in the park and rec and suddenly go brick and mortar. I really think there's fundamental business practices that need to be in place before you ever choose to open a business. 1 is doing a great business plan. 2, having proper funding. That includes 6 months of payroll, 6 months of rent, 6 months of marketing, all those things. So you're not, freaking out from day to day. How are you going to make rent? There's a lot of things that go into open any small business, not just the martial arts school, any small business. Do you do demographic studies? Do you do all the different things that need to happen to help you increase your odds of being open 3 years from now and being profitable? What is it? 9 out of 10 small businesses fail in the first year, 7 out of 10 in the next 3, and 5 out of 10 and if you make it past year 5, the odds are horrible. Hey, what's happening, Truth? Corey, Danny, Charles, man, there's a lot of people here today. So I'm passionate about that, and I share that with any small business owner. Know thyself. Please know thyself. And then once you know thyself, decide what is your unique service point or your unique selling point. Why do I want to come to you? Why do I want to bring my business to you versus anybody else? And somebody said to me, it's really hard running a martial arts school because I've got 31 schools within a 5-mile radius. Well, I can look out the window of my San Francisco school, which is at 605 students today, and I can see 2 Kung Fu schools. 2 Kung Fu schools. Within a half-mile radius, we have 6 schools. So if I spend that time knowing myself, I being the visionary of my small business, then I can begin to develop my unique service point. And then from that unique service point, I build a culture and a tribe that is unlike anything else out there. And that's the reason why. People want to be part of something special. People want to be part of a tribe. But you know what? You have to give them a reason to engage your business. And if your message is clear, if your unique selling point is clear, guess what? You will stand out above the rest, not because you're competing with them, just because you have a very clear message. And if it sparks my curiosity as a consumer, as a potential client, guess what? I will at least click through to learn more about who you are. I learned this when I was in Cozumel. People go to a website, they look at the homepage. From the homepage, they go to reviews. From reviews, they go to look at the staff. Wow. Who would think that? Those three things happen first. Homepage, reviews, staff. So great, you got me to the homepage. Whatever your Facebook ad did, whatever you did, I at least clicked on your homepage. Now, I want to know what people are talking about. I want to know what people are saying about you. That's why utilizing social media to your full advantage is very important. But be mindful. If I want to know what people are saying about you, I want to know what they're saying bad about you too. So I'm very careful in managing my social media. And if we get a bad review, we own it. We take accountability. We apologize. We offer private lessons. We do whatever it takes. Because the customer is always right. Even when you think they're wrong, the customer is always right. And that's the foundation of a service-based business. And then when they go to talk about my team, well, guess what? They don't care that I'm an 8th degree black belt. They want to care that I'm passionate about making a difference. That I'm passionate about the people I'm served. That the passion that I make a difference. Now, does the 8th degree go along with it really well? Absolutely. But it's not the main sales point when it comes to. People want to trust you. People want to know you. People want to know that they can do business with you. And that in order to trust you, I got to know about you, right? Cool. Chris is here. Michael's here. A lot of people here. Oh, my goodness. So that's it, man. That's the beginning. And then please don't bite off more than you can chew. I know so many school owners that walk into 3,000-4,000 square feet. Don't do that. Start small. 1,400, 2,000 square feet. Minimum 3 years. 3 years, because you're going to grow so big you need to move. Throw down some mats, go bare bones. You know who's a master of opening up bare bones? John Broussard. When he opens his schools, bare bones. I mean, there's not a lot of flash. Not a lot of stuff that goes with it. He's got a simple base model that gets that school up and running quickly. And then they really focus on good curriculum, good service to facilitate that. Okay. Right? But don't bite off more than you can chew. I see so many people do that. In order to do that, you know what you need? A budget. I can't tell you how many schools I talk to that do not have a budget. School owners, do you have a budget? Have a budget. Stick to a budget and pay attention to that. Chaz, customers may not always be right, but they are always the customer. Yeah, that's true, Chaz. They are. And if you want to deal with that bad review at Google and Yelp and Facebook, rock and roll, man. I would prefer to do, hold myself accountable, say that we're human, apologize for whatever went there, try to fix the situation, and appease them and move forward. That's part of service. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just, I think we internalize things and so egotistically make it about us when it's not about us at all. I'm always reminding my team that this isn't about us, This isn't about us at all. This is really about just understanding, being empathetic towards people. Being tolerant, being patient. It really is. That all goes with a service mindset. Cool. Danny Bolden, thank you for all that information. I'm thinking about starting my own dojo. Right on for you, Danny. Right on for you. What's up, Jerry? Right on. Chris is there too. I think being in the martial arts business is an amazing business, but you read E-Myth by Michael Gerber, he's going to tell you the last business you should ever get into is a martial arts business. Why? Most of the time it's personality driven, and that alone makes it very volatile. That's why you have to be willing to develop systems and grow a team that does it better than you. You walk into my schools, there's not a single picture, none of my championship trophies, none of those things. I don't want to sell a person. I want to sell a culture. I want to sell a community. I want to sell systems that deliver an amazing curriculum and service. You feel me? And that, once I learned that, everything changed. Hey, what's happening, Lorenzo? Sean. What's up, Sean? A lot of people on board today. So I'm ever mindful of that. So yeah, I recommend you open a school, but make sure you realize that when you open a school, you're not just teaching classes. You need to wear a lot of different hats. And Michael Gerber talks about that in E-Myth. You think you're a baker, you love to bake, you're going to open a bakery. You're not just baking anymore. You're hiring, you're firing, you're dealing with payroll, you're dealing with taxes, bookkeeping, you're dealing with marketing, customer service, you're dealing with so many other elements. And if you're not prepared to wear those hats and spend the time educating yourself on those things, then you know what? You will fail. All I want to do is teach. Well, then, can you say Mike Tyson? How many entertainers, sports figures, all they want to do is what they do. They blindly entrust all their money and their decisions and everything to somebody else, and they end up broke and penniless. Don't do that. Don't do that. Educate yourself on Facebook ads. Educate yourself on web design. Educate yourself on writing good content. Be a master of social media. Understand enough about bookkeeping and accounting to talk to an accountant or a bookkeeper. Know enough about the taxes, so if you have to sit with a tax lawyer, you can do that. Do not turn a blind eye to that and think, oh, it's not me. I don't want to do that. I'm not good at that. Well, you know what? We were all white belts once upon a time. I wasn't good at martial arts. I wasn't good at writing copy. I wasn't good at speaking. I wasn't good at anything. When you start out, you are not proficient at anything. Maybe sleeping and eating as a baby, but that's a whole nother story, right? So I'm mindful of that. And if I want to succeed in business, if I want to stack the deck in my favor, I need to educate myself in every way possible. Every way possible. That doesn't mean being a professional student, simply go blindly to all these conventions, buying programs left and right and things because you're not clear about who you are. So going back to my number one piece of advice for the schooler is what? Know thyself. Be clear about who you are. What are your values? What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? And be super clear about that. Super clear about that. I cater to kids. We don't have MMA. We don't do UFC night. What? Because it doesn't fit our culture, it doesn't fit our tribe, it doesn't fit, what we do. It doesn't fit my vision. So just because it's making people a lot of money doesn't mean I'm going to jump aboard that. You feel me? So I'm not going to go to a convention and go, ooh, this is the new thing, UFC this or fitness. Not my gig, man. Not my gig. And I'm not going to work within that time frame or within that. Cool. You're very welcome, sir. I'm grateful to put out these videos. Marcelo, Timothy, sir, thank you for sharing the information. Oh, Timothy, I already answered that. Youre, everybody's here. Man, how lucky am I? How lucky am I? So with that said, there's so many things that go into being a small business. There really is. And, my grandma, God bless her soul, she was so much about service beyond fault, to where she lost money and she wasn't as profitable as she could have been. But you know what? I guarantee you, when she laid her head down on the pillow at the end of the day, she was cool with everything she did. And I know she's sitting up in heaven right now just singing a happy song. So that's important too. I think for me, about being a small business owner is it's not just about business. It is personal. My life is my business and my business is my life. All of it goes hand in hand. So some of the things I want to lay on you as a small business owner, It's Time Live is happening. People are starting to come in, as I said, from Germany, Canada, Geneva, Virginia, Texas, all over. And I'm so great. Las Vegas. They're coming in from Las Vegas. And I'm just blessed. I'm just blessed. Any of you local folks that want to climb aboard, we had 3 spots open up. People who said they were going to come couldn't make it. Take advantage of it. Life is a series of missed opportunities, and every day you wake up, opportunities are presented to you, and you either act on them or you pass on them. That's it. That is it. And how many times have you kicked yourself in the butt for passing up on opportunities? Think about that. So that's my advice to you, to the small school owner. I live and die for the small school owner. I am for that 90%. I am for the hoi polloi, the common man. I want to see that small school owner get up to 200, get up to 300, and have a great life. A great life. A great life. You don't need multiple schools to be successful. You can do it with one. I did it with one. We're doing it with 2 quite successfully, to the tune of $1.8 million a year. Cool? So think about that, folks. I love you guys, man, and I just want you to do better. I really, really do. But there's certain fundamental education that you need about small business that needs to be there. Please. Yeah, and 300, man. Lorenzo, if you had 300 students, you would be happy as a clam. You could afford a mortgage. You can take care of your kids. You could save for retirement. You could do a lot of things with 300 students. And that is not asking a lot. It's just really about being a smart business person who makes good choices, who employs the right systems, builds the proper team. It really is. It's not that difficult. It isn't. But do not look for the magic bullet. There is no magic bullet. And if a consultant or a sales guy is going to tell you they have the magic bullet, please turn and run. Greg, if 500 works for you, good. What I love I'm hearing is everybody has a clear picture. Now, how do we get you to 500, Greg? How do we get you to 300, Lorenzo? That's what I'm about. And it's not going to be just in one Facebook ad. It's not going to be in just a sales-based website. It's not going to be in that perfect trial. It's not going to be in, no, it's in all of it. It's in all of it. That's what I say. It's not about the little things that matter. It's everything that matters. Yeah, but even with 900 people, if you're rocking it, Daniel, then you should have all of those 900. You should have every one of them training at your school. Cool? So try not to think that way. And if, I did a demographic study and I found in 900 it wasn't going to support my lifestyle and what I wanted to do, Daniel, move. Move to a location and a demographic that supports your vision. I hear that all the time. Well, I live in a small town. Well, people move all the time, sir. And if you want to make martial arts your career and you plan on having 500 students and that means it's not going to be supporting your demographic, move. Makes sense to me. Man, if I get 300 students, I'm hanging out your school for a week. Well, yeah, we just broke 976. That's a new record for us. So I'm grateful. Any questions before I get out of here, folks? Any questions before I get out of here? Nothing? Nothing? Shane, what's happening, sir? Yeah, see, Greg, he can do 300, right? He can do 300. He can, and you can do 500. You can do anything that you want as long as your vision is clear for your business and you seek out the right information. Anyone can ask a question. That's easy, and you'll get lots of answers. The goal is stop looking for answers. Ask the right question, then you will get the right answer. But you cannot ask the right question unless you are clear about who you are, what your purpose is in this world, what your vision is, what your business is going to look like in 3 to 5 years. That is plain as day. Otherwise, you're getting all these answers from all these different people, all these different consultants. Everybody's ready to give you an answer, and none of them fit what you need. How many times have we all done that? Everybody's done that, right? You feel me? All right. Hey, Brannon Beliso, go to brannonbeliso.com. All my services are there. Phone consultations, my 8-month consulting. You can even buy e-products and watch my videos in full-length seminars online, in case you didn't know. All right? So I'm out of here. I want to say thank you, everybody. It's time live. We're going to post some live stuff as we go along. For those of you who can't make it, we are going to have it available as an e-product after the event. So you'll be able to catch and be part of that later. Cool? All right, folks. Until we talk again, you go out there and live your best life.